Welcome back to my channel, Beyond Wisdom Healing. If you're new here, my name is Ashne or Ashay or whatever. And on this channel, we focus on healing ourselves, healing our childhoods, and expressing our trauma in order to release and grow and help, because hurt people. Let's heal. For today, I have my painting stuff out, like my painting stuff and my little table and my little sketch pad, and I was just thinking we could paint and talk. And by we, I mean me. And we can talk a little. You can get to know me a little more and get to understand that whatever you're going through in this life, you're not alone. For the past couple of months, since I have been on my own and settled my nervous system a little bit, Spirit and God, I call them God, have been trying to, well, I wouldn't say trying because they've succeeded, trying to reintegrate me into making videos again. Life was lifing. It always is. And I just got to a stable point in my life right now where I'm stable. I have a reliable job that I love. I have a place that I love, and I'm very happy. Very happy. Imagine me from the first video. I've come a far way in the short space of time that we've been here together on this channel. I have 60 odd subscribers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And thank you for still being here even after my hiatus. So let's get into it. I have my singing bowl. I haven't done that in so long on this channel. I still try to chime in every morning when I wake up just to get my breathing exercises going before starting the day, and it helps. So let's do a little bit of breathing. So we're gonna do it 3 times. I'm gonna hit it, and you exhale. Exhale. You inhale. You hold it for 3 seconds, and then you exhale slowly. Okay, and I'll be doing it with you. 1, 2, 3. Some singing bowls playing in the back, as you can hear. So part of the reason of my hiatus was I didn't know what to post, because I didn't know what people wanted to see, and at that time the tarot and love readings, they were like boom boom boom, and then it took me a while to notice that, hey, go heal. Stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about that person. What is life without that person? So people, independent creators who are talking about other stuff were kind of pushed, as opposed to who's talking about love and what this person is thinking about you, which is all a bunch of bullshit. Go live your life, fuck them. So Spirit's been like, and got this cup from my girl Annie. Shout out to Buzzcats. Spirit's been like, Washington. Who gives a fuck what you want to talk about? Just go on and talk. Here I am. I don't know what I want to paint today, but we're just gonna paint something and talk. So, I've been really into podcasts, and not just like your regular podcast, like YouTube. Like, I want to see you. I want to see you as you're speaking and as you're telling your story. I think it helps me connect to you and your story better. And I came across this channel, Soft White Underbelly by Mark Leda. Life-changing, that channel. The things you see on that channel, the people that you see, you know, it's sometimes we forget that we're not alone, and there's someone going through it too. You know, they're going through whatever too. All life is happening at the same time. So sometimes we just tend to forget that in our busyness, and while life is doing its thing, we just have to remember that, hey, we're not alone. We can always reach out. There's always someone there that has better expertise. Better expertise, or someone that you can go through what you're going through with. You never know, you know, you never know who you're talking to. You never know if that person is the one that's going to help you get out of that situation and put you in a better one. You never know. You never know if that person will empower you to rise out of that situation yourself, right? You never know. I think I want orange. I like orange. Green. Pink. And I'll do this light blue. Let's make something with that. So, one thing I noticed that played heavily into me being like, hey, I have to really invest in this channel and invest in what I'm doing, is because 99% of the people on that channel, what they were speaking about and who they were and who they had become in this lifetime, in their adult life, it all stemmed from what happened during their childhoods. Me being someone who is fascinated with inner child healing from beyond and from within, it intrigued me. And being someone that has had her share of childhood trauma, I know we all have it, but here we are, you know. I want to help us in our adult stages to let go and forgive what happened in the past, and as children, what happened to us, so that it can stop affecting our adult life. Because, say for example, you have a lifespan of 50 years. What happened to you in that first 10 or 15, that's gonna stain the rest of that time, but you only have 50 years. So how much time are you willing to lose due to what happened in your childhood? And I, for one, I have really experienced over time that talking talking and letting people in really helps. So I don't know when I will be comfortable enough to speak about what happened during my childhood. I want to put it in my book, but I'm like, who reads books nowadays? I may as well talk about it here. It was so painful. It was so traumatizing, especially as a young 13-year-old girl being groomed by a man that was 22 at the time. It really does a lot to your little mind. It really does a lot. And you just trying to fit in, you just trying to be accepted, because at the end of the day, you're going to a prominent school, you're making your family proud, but this person is relentless in his pursuit of you. You know, growing up and seeing how that event really shaped a lot in my life. Like, it led me down the road of not prostitution but promiscuity. It led me there. And heavy drug use, like weed and edibles. I didn't touch heavier drugs because I knew that there was something, even as a child, I knew that there was something powerful in my sobriety, or in my in my state of awareness, right? In my, as long as I was aware at least 50% of the time, I was fine. But when I would do reckless things with reckless people, I would numb myself, and I would try to forget what I was doing and what the consequences were. So weed is the drug that you use for forgetting. And boy, did I forget. I forgot in the sense of my mind not being there at the time, but my body did not forget. The body will not forget what you do, ever. What you do to it, the abuse and the trauma that you put it through just to get an ounce of satisfaction, just to forget, just to keep going. Your body will not forget. If you smoke every day, smoke a pack of cigarettes a week, you're gonna get lung cancer, because you forget that, hey, or you have that nicotine rush. She's like, you keep smoking them back to back, and you're like, oh, it's a new day, gotta smoke a new cigarette. But then over time, depreciation in your lungs, your air capacity declines. I can tell you. Just over time, the decline in your health and the inevitable wanting for more. That is a side effect to heavy drug use and sinking your childhood problems at the bottom of a bottle, at the bottom of a glass, and at the bottom of a spliff or a cigarette butt. It's a really pretty yellow. Some of the people around you, some of the people who you have gathered into your life because of this drug use and because of whatever, they will leave. They will leave once you're no longer, your vibe attracts your tribe, all that. Once you're no longer down with it, they'll go away and they will be replaced, because the promise of my Father in heaven says that I will take from you what you thought you once wanted, and I will replace it with more. I don't know if that's a scripture or something, but that's what he told me. And I've been going with it. I have been working with what my Heavenly Father has been saying, and I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty cool with whatever's going on. I trust him, and I know that my Heavenly Father has my back all the time. There is nothing that I have experienced since being on my path of spirituality, nothing that I have experienced that has fallen short of the promise that my God has made to me. The only thing, or the only things that have fallen short, were the people in my life. People in my life, I had to let a lot of people go because we didn't align anymore. I don't want to do what I used to do with you anymore. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to do it. You see me? I don't want to do it. And they will say you switched up. They will say you changed. They will tell people around you, especially your family, the things that you do or the things that you did in a hopes of getting more people on their side of belittling. That's not really who she is. She says she's love and light, and she says she's this, and she says she's that. But I remember when we used to blah, blah, blah. And yes, they're out there. You sleep with them. You're friends with them. You trust them. And they're your family members. Hardest thing is the family members. Because they've been there. They've seen you in all facets of life. But changing your life for the better is something that some family members will not accept. They will not fathom it. And what you have to do is you have to decide. Let's see. Me or you? Me or you? Future me or future you? Who am I gonna choose? And clearly, you can see who I chose. I have been called many names. I've been ostracized. sense of self-worth, my boundaries, all of that has been tampered with. And it's all in the name of she must stay the same. And the thing is, we think that it's the people, it's the spirit, it is the energies that are using these people, that these people allow to use them. If you don't understand, I'll elaborate. So for example, you're this person when you're sober, but you're this person when you're drunk. You are allowing that alcoholic spirit to use you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Why does that sound weird? You wouldn't normally do it. It's not a part of your routine. But when you drink the alcohol, you release your inhibitions and you feel the rain on your skin. You know what I mean? Like, you let it have a presence and have a say in your activities and in your life and at work and around your friends, and you're doing things you don't normally touch. If you're doing things you don't normally do. If you're a married man, you're out there touching women, you know what I mean? Touching other women that's not your wife. You know what I mean? You understand? You release your inhibitions and you allow it to consume you. I must say, and I'm not judging anyone, because as I clearly stated before, been there. But just comes to a point where we have to say enough is enough. Yeah. So growing up, I was up and down, doing all sorts of stuff with all sorts of people, going all sorts of places. I was more attractive, so my looks got me into various places that I was not supposed to be, and got me involved with a lot of people that I was not supposed to be involved with. I remember I was with this guy that had 12 gunshots. A big old scar right down in the middle where they did open chest surgery. Bullet in the head, right in the front. And as I laid there, all I kept thinking was, how the fuck did I get there? What the fuck am I doing that makes this environment open itself up to me? Remember, your actions dictate the reaction, equal and opposite. So what are you doing, or what was I doing that made this environment, this life, this kind of person open to me? But self-introspection did not start there, because I kept doing it. I kept going out with dangerous people, going around dangerous people and drugs. People who were nice to me because of my looks. They wanted to sleep with me. They wanted to get with me. But these are drug traffickers. These are people who hurt other people. These are people who do things with people who are no longer living to get the desired outcome. And all I wanted to do is get high. All I wanted to do was smoke. I was pretty, had a designer body, gorgeous. And I just got by on a wing and a prayer. I knew deep down inside, that I was destined for more. Deep down. I had to reach really deep down inside to pull out who I am now. I had to pull her out. This person that's talking to you, I had to reach down real deep and pull her out of me, because the unhealed version of me was fucking shit up. Fucking up my mind, my body, my reputation, my actions. I never cared about what anyone thought. I still don't. But in the context where now I speak who I am, what I do, and who I work for. And I do that without fearing repercussions. Growing up where I grew up, it's easy to be called something else when you don't go with the masses and what the masses believe. My country is predominantly Christian, even though there's a large populace that believes and supports in the spiritual community, but they don't do it in front of people because of fear. And I'm like, I really don't care like what's going on, but this is who I am. This is who I have become, and this is who I choose to accept. It's easy to be called saying that you're not a woman of God, or you're an obia person, or but the more and more people reach inward and pull out that version of themselves that they and everyone has been waiting for, the more undeniable it is that we are in the midst of a spiritual revolution. That's all it is. It's just the return of the Christ. So save your eyes. Don't look up there, Stop staring at the sky, because the Christ is come. The Christ is come. That's present continuous tense. He's not coming. He hasn't come. He hasn't come already, and he's not coming. It is come. It's happening. It's happening as we speak. The more it happens, the more undeniable everything is, everybody's questioning. Let me show you an update on my painting. So this is what I have so far. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm doing something. Oh, it's white. Really cutesy. Really demure. Parents, it is paramount. You being in your children's lives, not judging them. My culture calls you names when you ask questions, especially as a child, or when you're feeling certain emotions. They call you names. They say you're just a kid, you don't know what's going on, you're shushed, you're sent to the side. Emotional unavailability is rampant in my culture. Some would argue and say that even the kids don't really know what's going on. Why do they want to die? Why are they suicidal? I was so suicidal. Why do they want to die? Like, what's happening in their lives? You don't listen. Well, parents, you don't listen when they're talking, like when they're just expressing random emotions. You don't listen. So when things are really happening, they don't know what to do. They don't know who to tell, or what are they going to say to you that's going to be worthwhile. Parents make it seem as if anything is better than talking to their children. And normally, I knew this, normally when you're a parent, especially a single parent, and you're just trying to make ends meet, and a child wants to talk to you about feelings, or if they feel like they're not themselves or something is wrong, you are quick to threaten, to send them somewhere, or to stop funding them, let the government take care of them. That was a very big one growing up. Very quick. So the child is like, I don't want any of that to happen, so I'm just not gonna bother mommy. I was very weird growing up, and my mom was called to the school a lot because of me. Different things I was doing, different things I was saying. And we'll talk more about that when I get into the podcast series of my life. That's gonna be a big one. I think I may do that somewhere where, there's access granted, because my life story, y'all will shit your pants. It's a miracle that I did not end my own life. And at the end of the day, I'm grateful. At the end of the day, I feel like I did. I feel like I ended that version of me so that this new version could be created and could have life. This new version of me. People say it all the time. They're even my coworkers. Where I'm working now, I was there about 2 or 3 years ago. Spent 2 months and then I left. Then I just moved back here, and everyone who was there before before are marveled and impressed of what they see now. And I won't lie, some of my memories, even though I'm just 26, some of my memories from even 10 years ago are spotty. I don't even remember what I did. Yeah, because I was always doped up doing it. But when I talk, I'm gonna go deep. I think I'm gonna do my ages as chapters. And what I did, and what I was going through from 13 till I suggest you give that channel Soft White Underbelly. Give it a listen. Those people are braver than I, because they can go up on a random man's channel and talk about what they have experienced in this life, and I can't do it on my channel. I'm not ready. I'm just not. I have to accept that. I'm not. It's okay. It's okay to not be ready to face yourself. I wouldn't say that I was my biggest monster, but advocating for myself was something that I struggled with even up till the point of me changing my life a couple of years ago. Advocating for myself what I need, what's best for me, putting me first. It's been a struggle. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. You know, the hare didn't win the race. So, I'm not gonna stay too long. I want to say thank you, and I want to acknowledge you, whatever part of your journey you're in. Doesn't have to be spiritual. Your journey of life. We all took different journeys and different terms and turns, twists, plot holes. Some of our decisions are irreversible. Some of us live with regret. Have to let it go. You have to. 50 years. Just keep that analogy in mind. What if you only got 50 years? Not one day, not 1 minute, not 1 second over 50 years. You have to. If you don't want to do it for you, no. Do it for who you will become in the next 5, 10, 15 years. Do it for that person, whoever they may be. You have to do that. I just painted some bullshit, but very therapeutic bullshit. Very therapeutic. It's been 40 minutes. I feel so much lighter since sitting here and talking. And just being with you all. I know that to some of you, with my channel and my energy, it's calming, it's reassuring. And I know because sometimes I listen to my own videos. I'm a vibe. Like, I sit and just chill with my videos playing. I'm like, I'm a nice girl. I'm not perfect. Far from it. But I've come a long way. A long way. This person you are seeing is a miracle. This person is an answered prayer. Absolutely no one can tell me that God does not exist. I know him personally. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me. Keep trusting yourself, because eventually you'll get there. It always works out in the end. Always. If it's not working out, it's not the end. Godspeed.